Hi everybody, it's Jamie with Jamie's Taking It Off. So for my second video, I want to talk about the 30 pounds that I've lost in 29 days. This is my second video tonight. I'm trying to get all of these, or at least these two, done before morning because tomorrow is my 33rd birthday. It will be July 13th, 2012, and it will be 1 year from tomorrow's date that my goal should be completed. Again, if you didn't watch my first video, I started out at 375.8 pounds, and my current goal is to lose down to 200 pounds before my 34th birthday, which is July 13th, 2013. So, I want to talk about what got me started and my initial motivation for losing weight. What's made it different this time from all the other times before, what I'm actually eating, things that I'm eating, how I'm tracking it, the different websites and applications that I use, etc. So that's what's going to be discussed in this video. So to start things off, what started this journey for me? What happened to get me to want to lose the weight? This right here. I don't know if you know what this is. If you're a woman, I'm sure you do. This is a pregnancy test. And I have taken very many of these, and they keep coming back negative. Well, Journey was a hard pregnancy. It was hard to get pregnant with her. That's why her name is Journey. She was a miracle baby. I do have some other things other than obesity that were contributing to difficulty in getting pregnant. I had a loss. I lost one pregnancy. I had a tubal pregnancy as well. Anyway, so Daniel and I have been trying for a while to get pregnant again, and I took this test and it came back negative, and I decided, after I threw it across the room, I was so fed up, I decided and told Daniel that some things had to change. So that night, or that day rather, the evening, Daniel took Journey with him to his work so that they could have some time together and I could have some alone time because I was losing it. And I decided that I was going to go on a bike ride. And I hadn't been on my bicycle in 9 months. Daniel had bought me a bike for my birthday last year. So I went outside. I had my headphones on and my bottle of water, and I had downloaded a program on my phone called Endomondo. ENDOMONDO, I believe. I'll look it up and put it down on the bottom of the screen. Anyway, it's for Android phones. I believe they have it for iPhones as well. Anyway, the program that I downloaded was Endomondo, and it tracks your pace, your distance, your duration, the calories burned, etc. So I downloaded the program, had my headphones on, had my bottle of water, was all excited to go on this bike ride, and I told my husband that I was going to go to the park. So I go outside, and I'm getting ready to get on my bicycle, and my tires are flat because I hadn't ridden it in so long. They just went flat. So I was like, crap, so what do I do now? So I came back inside, and I was all upset, and I thought, no, I am going to do this. I'm not going to give up. So I went back outside, went around to the front of my house, and asked my neighbor if they had a bicycle pump. And my neighbor pumped up my tires for me, and I got on my bike, started my application, my phone app, and took off to the park. And when I got to the park, it's only about a mile, I think, to the park. And I got to the park, and I was so exhausted, and I had no air, I had no breath. So I sat down at the picnic table to get my breath. And after a few minutes, I was like, you know what, I can keep going. I was tired getting here, but, the tiredness has passed. So I got back on my bike, and I rode around the park a couple of times, and then I rode down the path. I don't know, it's probably another half a mile. And I did a little bit more riding, and anyway, when I got back home, I didn't stop after that first time when I stopped to get my breath. I didn't stop, I just kept going. And I got back home, and I had gone 3 miles on my bicycle. And I was winded, and I sat down, and I took some breaths and drank some of my water, and I just couldn't believe that I was able to do that. You know, here I am. I didn't know at that time how much I'd weighed, but here I am, this humongous, how I felt, this obese, heavy, chunky girl that hasn't exercised in forever, and I was such a couch potato. Facebook potato is what you'd call me, but anyway, so I was so excited and so proud of myself that I'd done this, and I looked at my thing, and I can't remember exactly how many calories I had burned, but I couldn't believe that I had burned that many calories in that short time, and I'm like, you know what, I can do this. So I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I keep looking at the thing to make sure that I'm still centered in the camera and everything. Hopefully in a couple of days, after a couple of these videos, it won't be so bad, but please just bear with me for the first little bit. Anyway, so I came in the house, and I got on the internet, and I was looking on YouTube, and I was trying to find some exercise videos, because obviously I could exercise, you know. And I found this one channel, and it's called Diva Slims Down. And it was this lady, this young girl, I don't know how old she is, young girl, lady, whatever. Anyway, so she had, the first video that I watched was how I lost 60 pounds in 13 weeks. And she was showing different types of food that she was eating, and what she was enjoying and stuff like that, and it really inspired me, you know, that I can eat that kind of food. I like that kind of stuff. And so I watched the next video that was featured on her YouTube channel, and it was called 150 pounds before and after. And she started her journey in March 2011, I think it was. Anyway, I'm going to put the link on here, and you should go to it and watch it. It's an awesome video. She got halfway through the video, and apparently she was going, I think it was Curbs was the gym that she was going to, and her trainer had her on the scales, and they were, you know, doing her weigh-in, and her trainer said 199. And I'd already been tearing up, but this time, and I heard that weight, and I was just like, I cannot believe this. She started out at 341 pounds. And she had lost down to 199 pounds, and it had only been months. It hadn't been years. It hadn't been a whole year even. And I was like, I can do this. This is something that I can do. I just have to put my mind to it. Stupid test. Anyway, so I decided that this was something I was going to do. And it didn't matter what it took. It didn't matter how long I had to work. It didn't matter how hard I had to work. It didn't matter how little I had to eat. It just didn't matter. Nothing mattered at that point but the weight coming off. And I did a little bit of research online, and I had remembered this website that my mom had told me about before, and it's called sparkpeople.com. And I went there, and I still had an old account, and I put in my new information and everything. The next morning, I went into the bathroom, and I got on the scale, and it said 375.8. And I was just blown away. I could not believe that I was that heavy. I had been heavier. My heaviest weight was 398, and I had lost down to 360, I think. But I had gained all that weight back. And just a second. Sorry, I always drink this right here. This is my friend. See my Planet Fitness decal on it? You can take this off, but I thought you could take it off. Maybe it's been on here for so long now. Anyway, I love this water bottle. It goes everywhere with me. So I couldn't believe that I had gained that much weight back. And I took a picture, and I posted it on Facebook and said that this was it. This, you know, I was going to lose this weight, and I told my goal. And I had so many people that were commenting on that they were proud of me for taking this step, and that's why I started doing these videos. And I think I'm getting off on a tangent, but